What do you think he's going to do? We know old people, elderly people. When you retire from official duty, you have a country home you're going back to. You're either Ogenda Kulima, but you must be in either plant or animal husbandry. One of the two. If not, then I don't know what you're
For me, what I know is once a general, always a general.
Meaning what? We are seeing him.
He might not be active. But yeah.
No, once a general, always a general. But if you're not in service as a general anymore, you're retired general, which means you're not in service anymore.
Definitely.
Then you have the other things to
What are the privileges of a retired general in this country? Do we know them?
I don't know them, to be quite honest.
But I want to
they are there. They still, because as you have been a government worker, a civil servant, so you're entitled to some sort of retirement benefits.
Here's a tweet that has shooken us, coming in from Chifefe Chizabe SJ, and this is how he titled it: General Kayihura, Sweet Freedom. He says freedom is God-given.
Yeah.
One needn't thank any human being for having freedom. Those who have how do they read
Humiliated.
that? No. That coward in brackets. Whoa, that's how you see us that we are sitting behind in the classroom.
Whimsically.
Oh. But this sobola category. What does it even mean? Whimsically. Anyhow, that's the tweet he tweeted. Afraid you can detain those that whimsically freed you can detain you again.
So you're at their mercy.
You've learned a lesson. Wish you well. Where's the lie?
No, of course, he has to be thankful for the freedom he has, because there's evidence on him for doing all these things. So for him to be pardoned by the court martial for the service that he gave to Uganda from, I think, 2010 when he was he was appointed as IGP to around 2018. I mean, it's worth being thankful to the person who granted you. Otherwise, you'd be locked up in jail.
Away from that, there's a family who had a child that was retained by the Roswell Hospital. That story, we gave it to you yesterday. It's been all over the internet. So the family has been held liable for sending the infant.
Actually, the family is not held liable. Yesterday, the court they brought the baby. Because yesterday, the court ruling was bring the baby from the hospital.
Immediate effect.
Apparently, the baby was not in hospital.
Where was the baby?
The baby was in Loving Hands Baby's home. So it is Loving Hands Baby's home that produced the baby in court at 2 p.m. yesterday.
How did it get there?
According to officials from the baby's home, they say that they were called from police. That there's a baby here who has been abandoned.
Okay. Ooh.
So they came and picked the baby as the baby's home and took in the child and started.
So the hospital removed the baby from the hospital and abandoned it somewhere. Yes,
apparently the hospital gave the baby to this mother's home, not mother's home, but to the police, that this baby is abandoned.
Are you kidding me?
Council Geoffrey Turiam,
this comes after the things caught fire. Given to Bitabuse.
Auntie, this is the court case we're following up on from yesterday, where the family says for 5 months we have not seen our baby since May to date because of areas we had in the hospital. So they wanted court to squash those areas and also compel the hospital to produce their baby, of which the court yesterday said produce the baby by 2 p.m. So 2 p.m. the hospital didn't come, but instead it was a baby's home, Loving Hands Baby's home. And according to the baby's home, for them, they say we got the baby from police and not the hospital. The hospital is supposedly, I think, brought the baby to police, saying this child was abandoned by the parents.
Loving Hearts Baby's home bategeeza kooti nti bo omwana bamufuna kuva ku polisi ng'eddwaliro baba bategeeza that abazadde bamusuulawo era information nti abazadde bamusuula ku ddwaliro. Of course ekyo kyekyabwe tetusobola kukikkiriza kulw'ensonga singa kyekituufu era twalibadde wano weewaawo era n'aba babies home baali badde nga balanga omwana abapoliisi nga gavumenti alanga omwana nekyo tekyakolebwa. Kati wakati wa eddwaliro erya Roswell wamu ne home ya Loving Hearts waliwo enkolagana etali nnungi okulaba ng'eddembe ly'omwana weewaawo eri abaclansi baffe eririnyizibwa.
And I want to think these are, one of the few cases that we've pointed our fingers to, but there are very many that we don't get to know of. Abate sobola koti abata. Man.
Yeah, so I don't know which was the right thing to do. Anyway, I don't want to start pointing fingers here, but I think it's really injustice to that little baby who can suckle from his mother's breast or her mother's breast, but is unable because of areas.
And then after you abandon her, you just throw her to a baby.
You reportedly abandon, and so the family is saying we want to know where the problem was.
Agagwirawo 100.2. This is not your usual news. It's a discussion of all the stories happening around you. And as we conclude, the Speaker of our Parliament, Triple A, the one who whispered to the Pope and said that I'm also pregnant. Pray for my child.
People are calling it holy pregnancy because she met the Holy Pope.
Oh yeah, there are very few people that get that opportunity, by the way. Very few. In the world, not only in Uganda.
Yes.
And so that child is blessed.
Wow.
Big up on yourself, the one and only Magogo.
She's holy.
You can somersault, my G.
So she was telling...
Yes. Why she was telling
Where
the
is
parents,
that even coming from? Somersault?
Yeah, he can somersault.
Who?
Her
or...
Him.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have a holy child.
He should.
So, yeah. You know how many people are looking for that opportunity?
To have a holy child in your... No.
To be close to the Pope when you're pregnant. And actually the Pope knows that you are pregnant. And he just blesses your child.
And he prays for that.
You don't know. Anyhow, what did she say?
Anyway, Anita Among is advising parents to nurture their kids. Do not leave it only to teachers, because now they are not with teachers at school. Now they're at home. So she's saying kids get involved in issues like drugs and alcohol and all that. So parents, take this opportunity with kids home for holidays to nurture them.
Yeah.
In order for us to protect the foundation of our family values, I want to urge parents out there to actively shape the behavior, character, and aspiration of these children by doing effective parenting. I know most of the time the children are at school and the teachers do the parenting. Now the children are back home. The parents should take responsibility and make sure better parenting is done to avoid these issues of drugs, the issues of homosexuality, that kind of thing that is in society.
That is happening. And the phones.
But I don't know.
Auntie Wewaka, you know these aunties now cook when they're on TikTok.
They cook on TikTok, but even they give the kids phones, tablets, and stuff like that.
Have you seen
TV, or you know,
aunties cook live on TikTok?
Hey.
And do their crowds.
Yeah.
But live on TikTok.
Can you imagine
that? And you're like, okay, you're showing somebody's home. You're showing me what the living room is looking like.
Yeah.
I'm literally seeing someone's child seated there with the minyira all over the nose. And what should we do for these phones? Honestly speaking,
there's nothing we can do about telling people to not have phones, because people have phones. It's just having self-control with the phone, which is also getting out of hand.
Your auntie, your house help at home, has a phone. You go to work,
and you need your house help to have a phone.
Definitely,
anyway.
because you want to reach her.
To keep in
so
touch,
she has a smartphone, probably ngayiye obagwe jimua.
Yeah.
She has a TikTok account. She hammers TikTok lives when she's showering, when she's beating matoke, when she's cleaning the house.
She's a celeb, basically.
You're there,
she's a celeb
at your workplace.
Yeah.
And you see your house, and your bedroom, your living room, your compound, live.
And she's acting like it's in her house. It's her crib. You know the way she's showing off, like...
She's even taking your child to a kaduka to buy a chapati or soap live on TikTok. What would you do, Pamela?
You know, you get rid of her and get another one. Yes.
Because she did a TikTok live.
I'm telling you, when someone is addicted to their phone, do you know how addictive TikTok is?
I know.
If someone is on TikTok, they're uncontrollable. So either you get rid of them or you deal with them the way they are. Choose one of the two. Yeah.
Are you addicted to TikTok?
No, I am not addicted to TikTok.
He's
CTV.